It's devastating to look at. It's 5:48 right now. You think about that, and it just turns what rain and just kind of gross weather we had here really puts things into perspective.
Right.
Today, though, we can enjoy a nicer day.
We really can, especially for the morning and the afternoon hours. Now, late afternoon into the evening, we will have to be weather aware, especially if you're in north and western parts of the state, as we do have the chance for maybe a couple of lively storms. Nothing too significant as far as this oncoming system. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Let's talk about the current look outside. There you see it is quiet. Look at that. The winds are quiet. We like that, right? Especially after yesterday. And no visibility issues there this morning as skies are clear. Yes, all quiet and calm this morning. 34 in Indianapolis. Temperatures for most of us right now running into the freezing and above category, although a couple of us have slipped down. It's 30 right now in Richmond, 33 in Terre Haute. Here's the deal. As we look at the wide view of things, notice how quiet it is across the state. But as I mentioned, a nice day on tap. We are watching a system off to the west, though, that does come late afternoon into the evening, bringing some scattered showers. And yes, maybe a couple of lively storms possible for a couple of us. We'll talk more about that in just a second. In the meantime, before those get here, high temperatures will be able to get into the low 60s for most of us. How about that? That's almost 10 degrees higher than our average high this time of the year. Not too shabby, right? Let's fast forward through Futurecast and time this out. So sunshine, also a little bit of a southerly breeze does crank up through the day. Nothing like yesterday by any means. We'll probably talk those about sustained winds, southerly 10 miles an hour or so. Again, no nuisance or anything like that, but it will help us a little bit as far as warming those temperatures are concerned. Fast forward, and here's the chance for those storms to fire up. I think northwestern part of the state, late afternoon, 5 o'clock or after, and then into the evening hours. And again, just a couple of scattered storms that could have some wind associated with them, so be aware of that. Otherwise, just scattered showers through the overnight and into the wake-up call on Monday morning. So that severe risk from the Storm Prediction Center, the marginal risk, that's level 1 out of 5 on that scale, so the low end of things. Again, as far as risks associated with this, primarily just wind. I will bump the flooding up just a smidge, just because we have had so much heavy rain across parts of the state. Thankfully, though, I think the best chance for anything heavy, if you do get a thunderstorm to roll over your neck of the woods, would likely be northern half of the state. With this, the southern half is what got hit so brutally hard most recently with that wet weather. So again, we don't see the wet weather until later on into the evening hours. There's that timeline, and we'll see some sunshine. So again, the sunshine combined with these warmer temperatures, absolutely beautiful for the first about 2/3 of the day, really through the first half of the afternoon, with those 60s and maybe even some upper 60s down south in the Ohio River Valley. Forecast lows tonight right around 40. Those few evening storms possible, then some showers. I do think a little bit cooler to the north, but otherwise not too shabby overnight into tomorrow. We'll talk about temperatures topping out much cooler, low 50s, but we'll see drier conditions return as the day progresses tomorrow. But again, cooler air on the backside of this thing will be certainly in play. Notice how we do have several chances for wet weather coming this week as we fast forward on Futurecast. Thursday into Friday, yes, more chances of rain coming our direction. The 8-day shows that for us. And notice how you can see those on and off chances, very spring-like pattern in place across the Hoosier State.
Wish TV Storm Track 8, Indiana's best weather team.